Hello friends, welcome to CS tutorial. Today we'll be solving problem 1381 and it says design a stack with increment operation. Problem statement says design a stack which supports the following operation. Implement custom stack class. The custom stack class takes an integer max size, initializes the object with max size. So essentially, custom stack is going to initialize our stack and set a maximum size for the stack. Um, the push operation essentially does a push operation, but when we reach the maximum size of our stack as defined in the custom stack, we don't push anything. The pop operation pops up of the stack from the top of the stack. It takes off an element from the stack. Void increments um, this amount of elements on the stack by int value. And if k is 5, as we're going to see in our example, and stack has been defined as with a size less than 5, we increment all the value in the stack by var. Um, One approach to this is taking a look at taking a look at the example. We have this input here, and I'm just going to read the explanation because it's a lot easier to walk through that way. Says custom stack equal to new custom stack of size 3. So this creates a stack of size 3 for us. We do a push, we push 1, the stack has one element. We push 2, we have these elements 1 and 2. We do a pop, removes 2 from the stack, and we just have 1 left. We push 2, we push 3, we have 1, 2, 3. Now remember the size of our stack is 3. So when we push 4, we don't do anything because it's beyond the size of our stack. In a real scenario, we'll want to catch that error and throw an exception. But right here, for this problem, we're not expected to do anything. Then we have an increment 5 by 100. And since 5 is bigger than the size of the stack, we increment everything by 100, all the entries in our stack by 100. And the next one is to increment the first two elements by 100. First two from the bottom. And we increment the first two from the bottom by 100. We makes them 100 more than the element on the top. Then we do a pop, which takes off the element on the top, 103. We do another pop, takes off 202. We do another pop, it takes off 201. And then when we do another pop, it returns -1 because the stack is empty. Without wasting any more time, we're just going to go ahead and write this code. In order to solve this, we're going to need some global variables. First, we'll start with a stack, an array, which will be equal to null. We start, and then we need an int of size, which we'll define to be equal to 0. We'll need a current size, which will be equal to -1. So our custom stack class, we're going to say stack, which we just defined up there. Stack array will be equal to new integer of size max size. And essentially we're creating an array of size, max size. And we're gonna let our size integer variable that we define know the maximum size we can accept in this array. So by doing this, we've defined a class. To make our push, we will say if the current size is less than, excuse me, size -1, is less than size minus 1, we want to increment our current, if I can type, our current size by 1, and we also want to add to the stack the new value. So we make sure to increment our current size before adding this value into our stack. So we are not overwriting whatever's been there. And if we want to do a pop, we say if current size is greater than or equal to 0, that's the only time we're going to do something. Then we want to return whatever is at the top of the stack, as well as decrement our current size post decrement, and return ends. Else we just return -1. And for the void increment, we want to say if stack is not equal to null, if our stack is not empty, then for int I is equal to 0, I is less than k, I, well, and I is less than the size, overall size, we want to increment stack of I, which will be equal to stack of I plus var. And this should, if we run this, if we don't have any typo, this should give us the correct answer, which we do get the correct answer. And if we submit this, we see the solution is accepted. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. Happy coding.